See,
Hello, and welcome to the fourth episode of the Silly Geese podcast. I'm Jordan.
I'm
I'm Neve.
Thomas.
Oh, right, that was great. Possibly our best intro. We had a better one, but Thomas's Wi-Fi was absolutely shit.
It wasn't mine, it
Yeah,
was it.
Aye.
it was not mine. Anyway,
It was.
it couldn't have been. But what was I gonna say now? Thomas has completely crashed my train of thought. Yeah, we're back for another late recording this week. We're recording this
Oh yeah.
Saturday,
Very late.
the day before, so we get things done at least. That's what one thing you can say about this podcast is we get things done eventually. That
We
would be
take
on
our time.
that would be on the Silly Geese movie poster if there was one. Um, but look, lads, how was your week?
Sure, it was grand.
Good, good.
It was alright.
All right, good for you. Good for you.
All right.
All right.
Shut up, Jesus.
You were just as bad, fucking Tom Cruise from Risky Business.
Hey, I'm Tom Cruise.
It's Joe
Found out
Williams.
that movie is about him setting up a brothel in his house. I did
Oh,
not know that
I also
when he came into school dressed as him.
well
I only found that out in Irish.
ah
Oh, fella.
So
sure.
what you could say is you came to school dressed as a pimp.
Yes.
Right?
God, I hate this. All right, can someone talk about their news?
I will, because of the shit done to get through. Because like
Right.
everything happened this week.
Everything and
Because
anything
nothing
that could have
happened the week of
happened this week.
happened. So we have to start off with the big news. Alec Baldwin, a 63-year-old man, fired a prop gun on his new movie, Rust, and by accident now, and he killed the cinematographer for the movie and injured the director.
Yeah. I was talking to my auntie and my nanny about that this morning, and my nanny was like, "Yeah, that poor girl." Or no, she was like, and he shot someone and they're dead, like, and it's worse again because it's a young girl. And my auntie was like,
Yeah.
and she was like, and then I was like, oh, and a white man is the director. And she was like, was there a man as well? But
Gotta love
no,
it.
it was just her. That poor girl though. That
Yeah,
was like the beginning of her career and everything.
yeah. And like, even with like media, they're saying that one of the crew members was killed, not the head cinematographer for the movie.
Yeah,
No,
not
the
the head.
crew member.
Yeah, like I don't know. That's wild to me. They're not just a crew member. A lot of people were blaming Alec for it because he's a producer on the movie, but
Mhm.
he's a producer and actor, so he doesn't really have any producer rights. Not the way producers get to come in
Yeah,
and scream at people. He can't really do that because he is an actor.
yeah. And like you can see, like I don't know if you have seen the photos, but like him afterwards,
Oh
he
yeah,
just
he'd be
looks fucking.
rocked.
Oh,
Like, oh, that would. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna come about that because that's a lot.
condolences to the families affected. I don't know if they're gonna be watching this, but just in case.
No, yeah, it is, and it's weird because there's been nothing official said about it. It's
No,
been
it's only
very,
become it's only came from New Mexico authorities
yeah,
and all that, and like the I think the film, like the filmmakers or whatever, they've come out with saying like condolences and all that.
but there's been
But
no confirmation as to who, like, what kind of bullet it was, or like
no, and they
who was
don't even know
handling.
like who fucking put the bullets in it. Because
Yeah.
first of all, there shouldn't been. It should have been blanks.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's very weird.
Yeah.
I don't think I have seen the picture of him afterwards, but I can only imagine.
Yeah,
He's a
he's
pretty
like
good actor
fucking
as well.
yeah, he's fucking doubled over, like sobbing
Oh,
on the phone,
Jesus.
like.
Fucking hell. Yeah, 'cause she didn't die on set. She died in the hospital, right?
Yeah, she died later of like her
Yeah.
injuries.
That fucking sucks, in all fairness. But a lot
Mm.
of people were like, how could it have been an accident if two people were injured? How did he shoot it twice? People need to just fucking open their eyes a bit.
Leave Alec Baldwin alone.
I also saw another thing that was like, apparently there has been multiple safety violations on that set,
Mm.
and the crew members, or like the like crew members, went on strike the day before. So
Jesus.
um I don't know how that'll kind of affect it going forward, but like, be a bit wild. Like, it's very up in the air of what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, I think we'll kind of figure out soon enough whenever they decide to
Yeah,
tell
they'll
like
probably be
exactly what
said in
happened.
like it'll probably said in the next week because it is such a big story. Like it was literally on the cover of the newspaper this morning. Like,
It is wild. Like, uh,
but yeah,
anything else this week? Hopefully a bit more lighthearted.
yeah. Sorry to start off with that, but that was like the biggest story. Will Poulter has been casted as Adam Warlock for Guardians Volume 3.
I'm so excited for that.
I love that man.
I love that man. I don't even care that's Will
Love Guardian.
Poulter. He's a good actor, obviously. But just I can't wait to see Adam. I know obviously
Mm.
he's been teased since like whenever Guardians 2 came out, 2017, 2018,
Yeah, 2017.
2017. Like, I know obviously we've known since then he was going to come in, but it was very up in the air of whether he was going to be in Endgame or Infinity War or like anything like that. But we're finally going to see him. I'm so excited.
Yeah. I'm just gonna speed through some
Yeah,
other
speed
stuff.
run a few of these.
Teasers for Black Adam and the Flash movies were released this week, along with the second trailer for Robert Pattinson's Batman.
The Batman.
What else? Trailer for Being the Ricardos was released. Now this is a movie about the making of Living with Lucy, which was an old like TV show in America in the 40s, and it's starring our main man, J.K. Simmons, and Nicole Kidman.
Oh, I have some J.K. Simmons like scenes I want to talk about in this movie as well. So very happy about
Yeah.
that.
What else? Movie delays for Doctor Strange 2, Thor 4, Black Panther sequel, and Indiana Jones 5. They've all been delayed by a couple of months. And then the trailer for Uncharted was released with Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland.
Thomas, I actually wanted to grab your opinion on that. Have you seen the trailer?
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
I I don't really know what to think about it per se. The casting is a bit iffy in my opinion. Doesn't even have a fucking mustache.
I think
Victor.
the cast is good, except for Mark Wahlberg. I love how my despisement of Mark Wahlberg, I think, has gotten into this podcast twice.
Have they? I don't
think
know.
I mentioned it in the Venom episode, but it could have just been I mentioned it to you before. But Biceps for America, Mark Wahlberg should not play Sully in that movie.
No.
Sully, Neve,
No.
I want to point out, Sully is meant to be like an old man. Like, he's meant to have
No,
like
I know
white
that,
hair.
yeah. I
Why?
don't know an awful lot about Uncharted, but I know that.
And they didn't even give Tom Holland a white shirt or a blue shirt in it. He has a black shirt and a tan shirt. I think in one of the games, I think it's the third game, you wear a tan shirt. But why doesn't he have the iconic blue? I'm so mad about it. It'll definitely be a thing at the end where he's like, oh, can I get that? And he buys a blue shirt, and then it'll be in the second movie whenever that comes out.
Yeah. And then finally, one last thing. Eternals premiere this week. And then a ton of stuff got leaked.
Yeah. Everything about the after credit scene was leaked.
And that's it. And movie news.
That's it? Jesus, you really hyped up your movie news.
Yeah.
4 things.
Well, no, there's a lot of now. If we talked about every fucking single one, it would have went on forever.
True. Yeah. Also, just that first one is very big.
Yes.
Obviously, so it makes sense. I can't think of any other movie news off the top of my head. Anyway, I think you got most of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Thomas.
Rain Man.
Thomas.
Right. A few things. Big one being GTA trilogy, the remaster collection. Like, it's been shown, and the trailer's out now as well. And it'll be running at 60 frames per second with 4K, which is pretty cool.
Really good.
The look of it, yeah, the look of it, like as itself, it doesn't seem like they just reshaped it. I think they're doing it for a design choice.
Yeah, it's not like
it looks
it's not like they
pretty cool.
upscaled it.
It looks kind of like an indie game that you'd kind of see.
Yeah,
nowadays,
it's not like they
which is pretty cool.
increased all the textures. It's like they legit went back and like remade a lot of things, and you can see it. It looks very, very good. Sorry, Thomas, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Oh no, it's grand. Need all the help I can get.
Fucking no, we have to get you out of bed.
You'll be able to restart missions in it, apparently.
Oh, okay.
As well.
Yeah, because that was a thing in. I remember sitting down recently, and playing San Andreas, and failing a mission, and you have to like drive all the way back to the house, and I was like, I'm not arsed to do this, and I just turned it off. But yeah, anything else?
The PlayStation State of Play will be happening on the 27th of October.
Oh, okay.
So,
I actually didn't hear anything about that. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. God of War is coming to PC, which is pretty amazing. Yeah.
I might honestly pick that up, but I don't know since it will be like full price.
Yeah.
Keep going, Thomas. Do you have more, or is that kind of it?
Well, $500 million was the budget for Halo.
The first Halo.
Which is a lot. No, Infinite, I think.
Oh, okay. That is a lot. I think that's like 2.5 times what the Eternals has.
Yeah.
So that's kind of whack.
That's mad. Absolutely.
But when you think about a lot of like video game companies, obviously who make consoles, like the people who make Halo are just Xbox themselves, and Xbox have never made like profit off consoles. They've always sold like lower than they like produced for. But obviously Xbox are like Microsoft is one of the biggest companies out there, so it doesn't really matter. They've kind of spoken like
if they fail.
Yeah, it's kind of, they've said it before, like we don't care that we don't get our money back on our like consoles because the whole point is that we want to like make them kind of affordable and make them good. It doesn't really. It's not a. It's not. It is a business, obviously, but it's not as much of a business.
Mm.
I think the only two consoles that have ever made their money back are there's a couple PlayStations, I believe, and the Nintendo Wii.
Nice.
Yeah, the Wii repping it, so it is.
Yeah.
I think the Wii has like two out of wait, no, I think it's like two out of the top 5 best-selling games ever. Being one of them being Wii Sports because it was with every single Wii.
Yes.
Or well, most Wiis. There was like the Wii Music Wii and stuff. So, but yeah, sorry, that was a bit of a tangent.
Oh no, that's grand. That's all I had.
All right, Thomas, you need to figure out how to cut me off during these. That's how I don't
No.
cut Neve off during her like news because she just talks over me. So I've learned. I think that's all the news. So I think we should get straight into talking about Spider-Man 3. Yeah, I
I have mixed feelings with this movie.
I'm quite indifferent to this movie. I have to say,
Oh.
it's not amazing.
Mm.
It's definitely the worst out of the 3.
Yeah.
But there's a lot in it that I like compared to like the
Yeah.
first one where there was a lot of things in it that I didn't like.
Yeah. I think the main problem for me anyway with this movie is they're trying to do too much.
Yes, I think that's kind of the general consensus. But yes, there's way too many things happening in this one movie.
Like, what is it? Venom or like little
Yeah,
that fucking satellite, it crashes in the first like 10-15 minutes of the movie and we don't see it again until like an hour in.
we don't see it again until like way far in. There's a lot of emphasis on like Peter, Harry, MJ. I guess kind of like there's way too many like relationships being like formed and broken in this movie.
Yeah.
Because like Gwen Stacy's introduced, Eddie Brock is introduced, Harry is a weird psychopath all of a sudden.
Yeah.
MJ is all over the shop. Willem Dafoe is back as a ghost,
Again.
but he's back. Then you have Sandman and his daughter. Like there's way too much going on at all times.
Yeah, and then you have Aunt May just, chilling in the background.
Chilling. She has her little like weird speech about the getting proposed to. That scene is way too long.
And then Uncle Ben's back.
Yeah.
For a brief.
I forgot about that.
And you're just like, what?
Yeah.
Don't need to see this man die 7 times.
But what else is it? There's the 3 villains. Venom. Venom seen famously in Venom. And Venom Let There Be Carnage. Sandman, who's very good, I have to say.
Yeah, he's actually fucking
very
brilliant.
fucking good. But there's also then New Goblin thrown on top. I wish that wasn't his name. I wish it was the Hobgoblin, but it's not. There's a reference to the Hobgoblin at the start with one of the masks. Like one of the masks is like golden.
Mm.
And I think it would have just worked if they didn't make him a weird New Goblin snowboarding idiot.
Fucking Gwen Stacy.
Yeah.
I was like, I forgot you were in this film.
Yeah, I forgot she was in this film. Forgot she was in this film while I was watching the film.
Sorry.
Oh god. Okay, sorry. There was a bit of technical issues. I was watching this movie and I forgot Gwen Stacy was in this movie. Honestly.
Yeah, I fucking know you already said it.
Yeah, I know. But oh no, that was really annoying. I'll just shed a bit of light what happened there. Thomas just left the call out of nowhere. So I paused the recording, waiting for him to come back, and then instead of pressing to play the recording, I clicked stop recording. because they're like right next to each other, and I always press start recording at the start of these anyway, so it was just like second nature to me. And oh, he's gone again. But sure, look, we were just talking for like 5 or 6 minutes there, and I wasn't recording it. And the only we would have recorded this entire podcast without me knowing if Grania didn't come in. So thanks, Grania.
Thanks, Ronnie, but
Thanks, Grania.
read the sign next time.
Please read the sign, unless we're not recording. Oh god. Yeah. Fed up, so I am.
You just want to talk about J.K. Simmons.
I do. I want to talk about J.K. Simmons. He has so many funny bits in this movie.
He's a legend.
He's so funny in this movie. I love that scene where he's like, Peter Parker's getting really close and personal with Betty Brant, and she's like, "Oh, Peter," and then he's like, or no, she's like, "Peter Parker, you're not meant to be like this," and then he like leans in closer, and she's like, "Oh, Peter," and J.K. Simmons just busts in and is like, "Parker, stop that!" It's so funny.
What was it? It's like his first scene when he's like in the movie, and like you see all the pills just like on the table.
Yeah, he's like, "Not that one."
Fucking his desk just vibrates.
Oh, he's so funny. Just, I love him in these movies because it feels like he's genuinely giving out to real people. It doesn't feel like he's acting. It feels like he's just really annoyed at everyone around him at all times.
He really is.
He definitely is. He's so good in this. Genuinely is the shining star in everything he does.
Yeah.
But he is. Oh. I don't really have any other things to say about him. Oh, when he just hires Eddie on the spot in front of Peter, is brilliant.
He's like, come here.
But I think Eddie's really good. I mentioned this in the failed recording, but Eddie's very good because he's really funny.
Yeah, but then he also feels very natural.
He feels like he's written really well, because obviously he's a bit of a psychopath. But like, he's very, very manipulative of what he wants, and he knows what he wants, and he knows how to like get everyone else to give it to him.
Yeah.
Especially like that where he gets the job. He's like convincing J.K. Simmons to give him the job, even though Peter is there and has been working with him for like years. Probably 4 years as of this movie. Like timeline order. But like, he's been working with him for years, and it's just like a couple pictures, and he's like, "Ah, sure, look, you're hired." Like, he takes one photo and gets like staff job, and he didn't even take it.
Yeah.
No. He just recolored it. That man was ahead of his time. With editing photos.
Really was.
Really was.
No.
He'd be absolutely loving life in 2021, where all you have to do is edit photos, and Marvel hire you. It's great.
Brilliant.
Oh god, what else do I have in this movie?
Sandman. Let's talk about Sandman.
I was really not arsed. Sandman. Oh, so good. Just that scene at the start where he like gets up, he goes to like the daughter. That's a really good scene.
Yeah.
But how does? Oh, I can't remember it now. But like, how does the wife know he murdered someone if it's not like public knowledge? The police must have questioned her.
Sure, he like fucking came back, was like, right, I accidentally murdered some fucker. I'm off.
Yeah.
I don't really love that retcon. That like he was the one that shot Ben.
Yeah. That is annoying.
Rushed. It's very annoying. It feels quite rushed.
Yeah, it feels like, oh fuck, we need to make this relate back to Peter somehow. He killed Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they could have done it a different way.
But like, it was a bad kind of setup, but they really delivered like on it
They
though.
did.
Yeah, they
They
did.
did, especially with that like last scene where he like fades away.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
fucking.
yeah. I started almost fucking crying at
Yeah,
at this
he's
movie.
it's very good. But I have to say, Sandman looks like actual design wise on point. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Even down to like
Yeah.
the trickling sand. That's like that
Oh yeah.
technology was made for this movie.
Mm.
And it looks
I'm not
amazing.
surprised.
I think
Yeah, I
there's
did.
one scene I thought it looked a bit bad in, and that's when it's like wet. He's like coming out of the river, and it
Yeah,
like looks a bit.
but that's hard.
That's hard to do, but it still looks
Mm.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like, I
really
did say
good.
that in my notes. I'm like, the graphics are fucking amazing for Sandman.
He does look great, and even the shirt, the
Oh my
three
god.
striped shirt is it's so simple, but it's so effective.
Mm.
I know
I just think the actor is brilliant
he is. I
as
don't
well.
actually know what else he's in off the top of my head. Um,
He'd want to be in this new Spider-Man movie.
I think he is, honestly. But if he wasn't, who would both of you want to play a version of Sandman, like an MCU
I
version?
don't know. I don't know.
Mm.
It's kind of like what actor isn't in the MCU at this point?
Yeah.
That's
Or
kind
not.
of my
I was gonna
main.
say Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper plays Rocket.
Yeah. I mean, you could always have
Uh,
an actor playing two characters.
yeah, but
Yeah.
Like you have
Bradley Cooper is Rocket.
yeah, true. Because you have what's his name doing that? Vision.
Gemma Chan, actually, who's in the Eternals. She played a character in Captain
She
Marvel.
did, yeah. I forgot about that. That's really funny in my opinion. Was it Captain
She's
Marvel
a
or was it
brilliant
Captain
actress.
America?
Captain Marvel, because she's
Okay.
like an alien.
Oh yeah, there was a different actress who was in Captain America, I think. The guy who plays
Mm.
Sandman. Let me check what else he's in. George of the Jungle, The Peanut Butter Falcon.
Oh,
That's a very good movie. That's possibly one of my favorite movies.
never heard of it.
Daddy's Home 2.
Oh.
Hellboy, the 2019 one.
Ooh. Oh.
Charlotte's Web. That's about it. I can't really see anything else here that I recognize.
He's brilliant nonetheless.
Yeah, he was in Teen
Right.
Titans. That's kind of surprising. But he's good. He's a really good pick. And I hope he does come back. Because he's phenomenal. I'd love to see John Cena playing a version of Sandman.
Oh yeah, John Cena actually, he's gotten better at acting. I feel like.
I feel like I don't think he was ever bad at acting. I think it was just
I
he
think it
was
was just like
put
his
in very
reputation.
yeah, his reputation and putting him in like pretty bad films. He's good in Bumblebee.
Yeah, he's decent in Bumblebee. He's really good in Suicide Squad.
Oh, he's phenomenal in Suicide Squad. But as far as I know, he's like funny. He has a new show coming out. Well, not just Peacekeeper. But
Yeah.
he has another show. I think he's like on holiday with like his friends, and they're
Yeah,
like
that's
partying.
already out. I thought that was a movie.
Is it out? Okay, maybe it is. But it looks very good and very funny. I want to go see that.
Yeah.
Um,
I think it's just on Disney Plus.
oh, I'll have to watch that. So, but I also love him in the Fred movies.
Never. I've never seen any Fred movies.
Oh, he's in all of them as far as I know. Hang on, let me look at his IMDb because I actually don't know many of the movies he's in. Oh wait, here's just in from the deadline. John Cena is in negotiations to star in an action comedy movie called Freelance from the director of Taken. So yeah,
Let's go.
hopefully that goes true. What else? Suicide Squad, Peacemaker. Let me see. Fast and Furious 9. Yeah, we're not going to talk about
No.
that.
We don't like it. I don't like Fast and Furious.
Bumblebee. I think he's good in Bumblebee, but his character's written very weirdly in Bumblebee. I think a lot of his character was like removed, honestly, because he's
Yeah.
very like contradictory. Daddy's Home 2, which I think I mentioned a while ago. Daddy's Home 1. He's in Parks and Recreation. Didn't know that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's in one episode, the Johnny Karate Super Awesome Musical Explosion Show.
right, fair enough.
What else? Yeah, Fred 1, 2, and Fred 3.
Might have to watch them. So
You may. He plays Fred's dad.
What?
no.
So dumb.
Stop saying Fred's dad.
He plays Fred. In the first one, it's like Fred lives alone with his mom, and then randomly just John Cena shows up at the door, and he's like, "Hello, Fred. You're my son."
Oh,
And then he basically
Oh, John Cena would just be playing John Cena
No,
in the
well he
movie.
is. He is. That's the thing. He's in like the John Cena like wrestling outfit. He has like the "You Can't See Me" bands on and everything. And he's like
No.
fully shirtless with the cap. I think he has the cap on, and he's just like, "You're my son."
No. No.
It's so dumb. I love him though. I love him so much. Have you seen his Twitter?
oh.
Oh, I'm constantly
Louise,
retweeting.
stop talking about John
No,
Cena
hang on.
and talk about Tobias Maguire.
Sorry, Tobias Maguire can wait. John Cena, hang on. So he just tweets like little quotes and stuff. So here's one from yesterday. Live every single day, so no matter when your journey ends, you have lived. Happy right now. He has such wise words.
I.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Such a way with
Right.
words.
He's such a way with words. Such a wise man. But trust us to be talking about Fred 1, 2, and 3 in the Spider-Man Sam Raimi episode. Talking about the Fred trilogy instead of the Sam Raimi trilogy.
It should just be a John Cena episode.
I'd love to do that. Honestly, we each watch a different John Cena movie and have to describe it to the rest of the group. Oh my god, that'd be really
Tobias.
good. Tobias.
Ow.
I hate how insufferably happy Peter is at the start of this movie. I'm so fucking glad Mary Jane just left. He's so unsufferably happy. He's like mouthing along to the words of her show. He's like in the crowd like when she's singing, like shut the fuck up. Go be sad. Not that sad where you have a black suit on.
And you're emo.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that scene because he's like, "Oh, my life is going really bad." Yeah, Neve, he does that. He's like, "Oh, my life is going really badly. Let me do a hairstyle that will allow me to represent this." And then he just runs off.
The
Yeah,
dance.
stuff like
The
that.
dance.
Oh, we have to talk about the dance. It's so weird. I think I've heard before it's meant to be like what a cool guy thinks, or no, what a nerdy guy thinks a cool guy acts like.
That makes sense.
Oh, that would make sense.
But what's weird about that scene is that the first time you see him in like the black shirt and like kind of like dancing, people seem to be into it, and then every other time they're like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck?"
Ew.
He's just like stopping random women on the street and like going like this and like thumbs up and walking away. It's what Thomas does. Except Thomas doesn't dance.
I don't finger point.
Thomas, you'd be talking to someone, you'd just be like, it's
Color.
no, oh, I love the dance. I hate it, but I love it.
And you know the way when he's getting the suit,
Yeah.
actual black suit, he goes into a sale store.
He goes into a sales store and buys it all on sale. That's how you know he's like poor as fuck, trying to be like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Why
then he
is he-
comes out. He comes out and
He comes out and is covered in drip, head to toe. Do you know what's weird about that? He's
I
probably wearing the Spider-Man suit
what?
underneath that suit.
He is.
Yeah, he
So
is.
he
Because he
just got
goes
that
throughout the
suit.
movie.
He got that suit fitted while wearing the Spider-Man suit.
Nah, since it's a for
Yeah, but then he
sale.
was like,
Oh yeah, sure, it wouldn't have been a fit. Never mind.
and then all the way through like the movie, he keeps like touching himself, like touching his chest, like,
Oh
"Mm."
yeah, he's like this. Every time
Yeah,
anything
Yeah.
happens, he does this. I don't remember what that is.
No, it's
that's
just him touching the suit, being like, oh my god, the suit made
Oh
me
Yeah.
yeah,
do
it's
this.
like yeah, it's kind of like when the suit kind of takes power over him. It does like something. I don't know what it was.
yeah. I think it's kind of because the suit like makes him feel powerful and good.
Oh okay. It probably like
Why he
makes him
does it?
feel like he probably.
Yeah,
I'd
you
say
know,
it's probably meant to like give him a bit of like warmth in his chest, like physically, or something.
yeah, you know, like what's the word? Another film, Lord of the Rings. You know the way the ring kind of entices you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's basically that. That's why I
Okay.
got from it, at least.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
The actual symbiote looks good. I'm
Oh
pretty
my god,
indifferent
it's
to
so
Venom, but I
yeah,
think the symbiote like crawling and like kind of weaving around the suit looks great.
it's fucking
Mm.
so good. I love it so much.
It looks great because it looks like very. It's like strings. It's not like
Yeah.
It's not like in like the Venom movie where it's like a big ball of goop.
Yeah,
He goes,
Yeah, it's not like a big kind of clump that has like little strings in it. It's like just one long worm kind of. I think there's
one
something in
big
real life called
slug.
a string worm or like a rope worm. And it's just a big long worm that like wraps itself up, and it
Mm.
looks like a symbiote. It's really weird. So
Yeah.
someone found a black one and posted it online. Everyone was like, "Ah, aliens!" But no, I think it just looks really cool.
yeah. I I what's the word? I loved it, and then say what you want about like the Venom design, but when like he takes the mask off, or like where it's like piranha mouth, whatever,
Hmm,
when that's actually off and it's just like his face, kind of, it looks so good,
it does.
I do.
and
It does.
because it
One thing I don't
feels like it's
understand.
actually just
Sorry, Neve?
Yeah. Sorry. One thing that I just don't understand. Why does his teeth go to shit?
It's because they don't look like actual teeth. That's what I think the Venom movie did really well. They look like genuine teeth.
Mm.
But the ones in this movie just don't, in my opinion. It's
Yeah.
quite weird.
yeah.
Also, does
Well,
he have, when Eddie takes him over, does he have the white spider? No.
no, he just has like the
Like,
black spider, but because the suit's fully black, you can't really see it that much.
Oh, okay, okay.
um,
Um, but yeah, I think Eddie is good in this. I think what should have, I think Topher Grace is great as Eddie.
mhm.
He's very funny and he's like, there's a lot of really good scenes with him. I just think that he doesn't look like someone that could beat the shit out of Peter Parker.
No.
Because he's like smaller than him and quite thin. And
Yeah.
Peter puts him up against a wall at one point. Like, I suppose we should talk about New Goblin.
No, dang it, right. I love Harry in these movies. He's probably like one of my favorite characters. I don't know why.
He's good.
Maybe I just like James Franco, like in these films, not him generally as a person.
Yeah.
But it's just in this movie, there's a reason for him being inconsistent. In the last one, there's not.
Yeah, in the last one it's very like random, but in this one it's like he's being kind of controlled by like his dad.
Yeah.
who's also dead.
Then he hits his
Apparently
head
his
and he forgets.
yeah, that I need to talk about that. I forgot about that for a second there. I need to talk about that. The butler in his house was also apparently originally meant to be a ghost, and it was meant to be
Oh.
Harry's good side, and the father was his bad. But
That
that
would
didn't
make
happen.
so much sense.
It would, but it can't in the movie because there's a scene where he's talking to the butler in front of Peter and MJ. And it would have been really funny
Yeah.
if just the butler wasn't there and he was just like, Butler, go make some food. And they're like, what?
Who the fuck's Butler?
What are you on about?
Bernard, do I have any girlfriends?
That's a really weird thing to ask. How would he know that?
He knows all.
Gotta prepare the food and everything.
Oh god, it's
You know,
just very, I don't know. I like the butler though. He's way too old to be a butler.
Bernard.
Oh, man's.
But Alfred.
What do you mean Alfred?
Yeah, but like Michael.
Batman.
Yeah, but like fucking Michael Caine
Yeah.
looks half decent to be Alfred. This fella
Yeah.
looks like he's about to die on the spot any
This,
minute.
this fella looks like if they asked him to retire, he'd lie down in a coffin like.
Man looks like he's gonna get killed by a sneeze. Like.
Yeah. One wrong sneeze and he'd fucking the head'd fucking discombobulate. It's so dumb. Like
Anyway,
why keep him on for that long? He's probably all slow and rickety at this point.
You can hear him creaking. He needs
He's
a bit of
fucking rusty in
WD-40.
place, so he
Oh,
is.
poor guy.
He needs WD-40. He just has it in his spare pocket in case he needs to do anything. He's like,
No, he has like an injection of it. He injects himself.
whenever he needs to do something, he's just like.
Oh god.
Anyway, you want to talk about how Harry hits his head?
Oh, that scene. Because it's like, I'm gonna propose to. So it's like.
It's so hilarious.
It's so stupid. Everything about that scene is so dumb. Mary Jane, she's like, you go do that. Then he goes and tries to do that, and Harry's like, haha, dum. Grabs him, flies him around the whole gaff, and then he's fucking, what's it called? The like ring comes out, and he's like, trying to grab it in the air. I don't know how he made it back to that ring before it fell to the ground, but anyway, that's another thing. It's another complaint. But then they go into the like alleyway,
Completely different things.
and I think James Franco looks fine in all the scenes. There's a couple scenes where it's like just reaction shots. There's too many reaction shots in this movie.
Mm.
Everything has a reaction to everything else. It's so annoying.
Fucking Alfred going up the stairs and there's a fucking reaction shot. He's gonna die. Not
He's
Alfred,
gonna die.
fucking whatever fucking name is.
He's gonna clock over. But they're going through the alleyway, and I think that scene is good to a point, like where he's like throwing the bombs and like he's kind of like, and like kind of getting rid of them, and he like flings one back.
If you think about this in reality, they're going up and down an alleyway.
Yeah.
People are gonna fucking see them in
Yeah.
some way. I think.
It's
Just going like a
it's
shit game.
not that late at night either.
No.
So I don't know. Anyway, then he like there's some good parkour in that scene, I have to say though. We haven't really gotten around to it, but the parkour in that scene is quite good, where he's like bouncing off pipes and stuff. But I have to say, where he like something gets in James Franco's eyes, and he opens his eye, or no, he's like doing this because the explosion, and then he just gets a little dum, and he clotheslines himself. What a fucking moron! And he just clatters against everything down that alleyway.
Everything that could happen happened.
Everything bad that could happen in Spider-Man's life in this movie happens, and I'm so fucking happy for it. I'm so thankful that it does. Do you know what confuses me most about this movie, though? Why does MJ break up with him? Because I understand if it's an emotional thing, but the thing is, she breaks up with him because Harry asked her to, And she could have just been like, come to the bridge. Okay, Harry's over there and he's watching me. Just pretend you're really good at this, so pretend you're being sad, and I'm just gonna fake break up with you, and then I'll meet you later.
I think she half meant it.
I think she half did mean it. I think the chemistry is a lot better in this movie.
Yeah,
Among
compared
some
to the
things.
first.
The first, oh Jesus Christ.
We
But
don't go
this
back to
movie's
that.
quite
That was a
good.
dark age.
Except for every line Tobey Maguire says. Well, no, sorry, Emo Maguire says. Because there's the, I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye. It's like, shut the fuck
See
up.
ya,
What does
jump.
that mean? See ya chump. Like,
And
it's also weirdly written. And the way he's like hot legs to the girl that like gets him his table and she's into it.
Oh,
I watched that scene and I like paused it and I had to
jazz
walk it
club
up.
scene. That jazz club scene. Oh, I hate it.
It's wild. So many people
No,
have been
she's
like,
there about to sing, and then Peter's like,
a lot of people have asked, why does Peter know how to play the piano out of nowhere? um, just I think that
then
scene
him
where
and
he's like,
Gwen
oh, go
Stacy,
on.
him and Gwen Stacy fucking dancing, and she puts up the leg, and then she puts it up, and then he brings it back up again. Like, what the-
He's so strange. He's such a horny devil, so he is.
Yeah.
He's like Thomas on a night out. Nah, he's not. Thomas stands in the corner. This man gets out there.
Emo Maguire is who Thomas aspires to be.
Thomas wishes that one day he will be able to walk down a road, clicking his fingers and pointing. Oh my fuck.
How's it going?
I mean, he's got his practice in with the Joker dance.
Ah, he does.
Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny. Um,
I
what, Thomas?
oh right. I'm just gonna say this. I kind of hate. I get annoyed by everybody in this movie
Same.
for some reason.
Every
Everybody.
single person in this
Oh my.
movie is so annoying.
J.K. Simmons.
Except the French guy.
Except Bruce Campbell and J.K. Simmons. I love that scene
Yeah, those two.
with Bruce Campbell because he's like, "Oui, oui, I am French." It's like, what the fuck is this? I am French.
You're not French.
Bruce, you are not. Your name is Bruce. Like, oh god. I wish the fourth one did happen so we could have seen him in the Mysterio costume.
Yeah.
Would have been wild. But oh god, this movie is just.
There's too much to talk about it.
It's too
Yeah.
much, and in
And
too
then-
little time. We have like.
I know.
Go on, Thomas.
Go on, Thomas.
Right. I understand why J.K. Simmons is pissed off all the time now.
Same.
If I lived in that fucking,
If I lived
everybody
in that
is
universe,
just-
That child
Right.
with the little camera at the end.
oh yeah.
I'd say he fucking loved.
How much for the camera? 100. Right, here you go.
I'd say he
Films
fucking loved
extra.
that.
Fuck off.
Oh, it's so.
That child's amazing.
I hate everything
Well,
about this
anyway.
movie.
Right. My first complaint is motherfucking did not like the whole dilemma with MJ because, right, first things off, at the first and like second movie, right, she's an actress, right? She wants to be an actress, and now for some fucking reason she's singing.
You have to be able to sing to be a like actress though. She wants to do Broadway, Thomas. She doesn't want to be in movies.
Yeah, Thomas.
And then she was on Broadway, and then she got kicked
okay.
off Broadway
In
a night.
Giving that back.
Thomas had one complaint, and I just debunked it.
No, no. Other than that, right?
No.
Her
no.
whole thing with Peter, right, as Spiderman, right? Literally, the whole point of like the reason he turned her down for the first movie was because he didn't want her as well. Like that's why he didn't want to date her. And I just no, it's all right. I understand. And now she's just like,
Piss off.
I like how in this movie though that he's just completely ignoring everything she wants. So she's not like the problem. He is. And I think it's portrayed quite well that like Tobias Maguire is he's all over the shop.
Tobias.
Tobias, I
Right,
mean,
just-
he needs to thing. I have a one thing that I can remember from the set, like or one little like behind the scenes detail. There's a point in this movie where Sandman punches like a brick in the wall, and it like
Mm.
smashes. Um, the crew forgot to replace the brick, so he punched a real brick wall. He just fully like punches the wall, and they were like, "Fuck, we forgot to move the brick," and he was like, "I fucking know." That train scene looks like shit.
Yeah.
I have to say,
Too much CGI.
too much weird like trains and stuff.
Too much fucking 2007 CGI.
Yeah. Except for the Sandman bit, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
What else is good about this movie? Not much else.
No,
Not really much
nothing
else.
else.
Willem Dafoe was fine in it, I guess. The whole
He's not as
two
good.
scenes in it. He's not shirtless in this one though, so like obviously
he tries his best for the little bit.
for the material he
Damn it!
has, he does a good job.
Yeah. I say Willem
Same with
Dafoe probably had more scenes, but he said, nah, I'm doing 2 and you can fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm not
Um,
coming back to this shit show.
What else is shit about this movie? So much.
All right. So
It's too long.
another thing,
Sorry, Thomas,
yeah,
I wanted to say that.
understandable. Also, and the whole, that was our kiss thing. MJ with the Gwen.
Oh.
MJ literally kissed another guy, tried to do that with another guy, like in the second movie.
But like, I think that scene is so dumb because he's like, MJ, I'm gonna swing in from over here, and then I'm gonna make out with that woman that I know personally, and I'm very good friends with, and you're jealous of. I'm going to make out with her publicly. This is a good idea that I've thought through. It's a really weird thing.
I'm Tobias Maguire.
It's so
I will
weird.
admit that was just idiotic on Peter's part. That was just so stupid.
Because it's like, the worst part is that she's there.
Hmm. And he knows.
And he knows she's there. I think that scene would have been a lot better if he didn't know she was going to be there.
Yeah.
Or maybe like she wasn't meant to be there because she had an acting gig and then she got fired from it, so she went there to see him. And then that happened.
Yeah.
That would have been very good.
That
I
would make
should
more
direct
sense
these
then.
movies.
Yeah.
MJ.
Yeah. That would have made.
That whole like you should get religion thing after he like figures out that Eddie is like copying his photos and he's like, if you want forgiveness, you should get religion. Very good, because Eddie Brock, when he gets infected by Venom in the comics, is about to kill himself in a church. As far as I know, I don't remember, but I like that whole thing. I like the sound, how they like incorporate that Venom doesn't like high pitched sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in that final fight where he like whoop 'em.
Play the fucking xylophone.
He plays the fucking xylophone with him like. That's very good. It's very well thought of.
Yeah.
And it's well foreshadowed with like the whole bell scene.
Bell. Yeah.
The black suit looks good. The black Spider-Man suit, I
It
mean,
does.
it looks quite good.
It's fucking pop.
Not the black suit. Not the one him coming
Yeah,
out of
no,
the
not
sales
the
shop.
not that one. Just this movie. It's really weird when your man's daughter is feeding him cookies and she's like weirdly into it. Like it's fine to her. That's weird. I didn't like that. I have no other thoughts in this movie.
No,
I don't
I
want to
just-
think about this
oh.
movie anymore.
Can we just rate it and leave it?
Thomas, do you have anything else to say?
Right. All right. I don't think she likes Peter. I think she's literally just a massive fangirl for some fucking reason.
It's so weird. I think she does like him. But the fact
She
that she's
does.
like, MJ calls you, I think she just kind of admires him a lot.
Yeah, I think she just wants
Yeah.
to be his friend.
Yeah. But it's
And she
weird.
just ships him and MJ like super hard.
Yeah.
I know
Look.
you guys together. You're so cute.
I'm gonna give this movie like a 7. I think it's
I'm gonna
good,
give it.
but I think there's too much in it that's not good.
I'm gonna give it a 6.
Thomas.
It's not good anyway.
Sorry, Thomas?
Uh, I'll give it a 7. I feel like if me could do things, I give it a 7. I feel like the things it would have been a good film.
I think if a couple of little things were reworked, it would have been great. Big problem with this movie
Yeah.
is Venom, because this movie wasn't meant to have him originally. It was meant to be just Sandman and New Goblin, and
Yeah.
that's why there's so much focus on like relationships, because it was kind of meant to be the point. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, didn't I don't know. But basically, Avi Arad, who I talk about every week, pretty much,
Get fucked.
he was like he guilt tripped Sam Raimi into using Venom, and we got Topher Grace's Venom. It's fine. It's just it shouldn't be in this movie.
Yeah.